Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing great. Happy Tuesday, or whatever day of the week is it you're watching this video. Um, Today I would like to talk about Vol de Nuit from Guerlain. It's a classic from 1933, which came out 2 years after its inspiration was born, which was a novel by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. And it's a very I haven't read that book yet. It's definitely on my list. Probably will be the next book. And it's a very classic Chypre. It's very it puts me in a mood of appreciation of life and thoughts. It puts me in a very thoughtful mood. This is actually a perfume that I always carry with me 80% of the time. If I go to work, I always have this with me in my bag, or whenever I go on a trip, I always have this perfume with me. This is the eau de toilette version, and this is also an eau de toilette version. This is a half a liter bottle. It's my personal stash. And this is the extrait de parfum, which is a stronger concentration of the eau de toilette. I don't believe there was ever an eau de parfum version of this. You can see how much I've used, and this is my second bottle of the extrait. But today I will be talking about the eau de toilette, and another day will be the extrait. The novel, which served as the inspiration for this perfume, was created and released, I should say published, in 1931, and I just read something that I found very interesting. I'm going to read to you. This is from Wikipedia. Not the best source, but it works because it makes sense to me in a way of how this perfume makes me think, makes me feel. Night Flight, published as Vol de Nuit in 1931, was the second novel by French writer and aviator Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. It went on to become an international bestseller, and a film based on it appeared in 1933. Its popularity, which only grew with the ideological conflicts of 1930s and 40s, was due to its master theme of sacrificing personal considerations to a cause in which one believes. It does make me feel that. This is the first time that I read this, but it does fit perfectly what I feel when I wear this perfume. I tend to wear the extract at work even more when I'm on night shift, because not because it's named Vol de Nuit, but mostly because of what it makes me feel, literally. When I'm working nights, I have a little bit more free time, and whenever oh my god, my throat's sore. Forgive me for that. Whenever I wear this perfume, it just makes me think of life and the meanings of life and things I would give up for this, for that, and it's a um, it's a very interesting perfume, and which I love very much too. So the eau de toilette, let me spray some. Yes, it's magical. It's a magical perfume. It really takes you on a trip to this utopia. I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but to this utopia place, which doesn't really exist, and which is why I'm wearing this scarf today, because in a way, I don't know if I'll be able to show this scarf in full detail to you, but this is it's one of my favorite scarves. That was a gift, and it's called L'ombre de pivoine, shadows of peonies, I think. And the idea behind this scarf is this imaginary city seen from the above. It's a floating city, which is what this perfume takes me to. And I find the colors of the scarf also very suiting to the perfume. It's very fitting to the perfume. So this is the L'ombre de pivoine. You see the big peonies here? and the floating imaginary city floating all around. It's very special. Okay, one second. So what do I smell when in terms of notes? I'm not the best to describe, to dissect a perfume and say these are the notes that I get and why not, but I'm not the worst, so I'll give it a try. So it's very oak mossy. The opening is very bright of the eau de toilette. It's very bright, it's very uplifting. It's like taking off on the plane and you can still see the sunset, and it's going down, and not much longer after that it starts getting darker, but still very quiet and not uplifting, and I get lots of oak moss, some spices that I can't really put my finger in it, but it has it's a dry kind of oak moss. It's not the juicy, wet oak moss that I get from Mitsuko. I get a little bit of violet too, and it's very powdery and green, earthy, and hints of violet. It's not overly floral. To me, this is more oak moss and earthy and green than anything else. So if you could please give it a try, I would highly recommend Vol de Nuit, because this is a magical perfume. It's very beautiful, and if you could please give it a try, I hope you like it as much as I do. Oh, but there's one thing I must say. It was an initial love for this. I first started trying this perfume a few years ago, and I would say roughly 5 years ago, and I didn't really like it that much because at the time I didn't really understand the classics, so to me this smelled very challenging. I don't like to use the word old people or old style, even though I think classics not really old. It's a timeless idea of style. So to me, the classics were very challenging. So that's why I didn't really get it. But eventually, after trying and not giving up on it, one of the reasons why I loved this bottle very, very much. This represents the propeller of an airplane, and it's just a magical bottle all together with the perfume and everything. It just presentation is just spotless, and I wanted to have the bottle, so I just but I'm not one to buy anything just for buying. I would not buy this perfume just because of the bottle. I needed to actually love the perfume in order to buy it. So eventually I did fall in love with it, and it's one of the ones I actually cannot live without in my collection. So I hope you liked our little chat, and let me know what you think. If you liked it, consider giving a thumb up, and consider subscribing if you like what I'm doing. And I hope you have a great day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. And the world needs more beauty.